Hello and welcome to 10 with Ty. Today's guest is Jo Vadillo. She's a property investor, property developer, property guru, and property coach. She's also a book author, co-book author of Secrets of Property Millionaires. We're both on the front cover. Welcome to 10 with Ty, Jo.
Thanks for having me. What an intro. I love it.
Thank you. I read in your chapter that when you grew up, you spent the first 10 years of your life sharing a bunk bed with your mother at your grandparents' house. How did you go from Struggle Street to Millionaire's Row? What was the secret that you found, Jo?
You know what? It was not wanting that version of a childhood for my kids was a big motivator. And not to take, my mum was 17 when I was born. She actually put herself through university. We did share bunk beds in a very small room at my grandparents' house. So she tried really hard. It was very valuable for her to give me a really good education. So she did put me through a really great school, and I was the poorest kid in the block, and I think that was drummed in time and time again. Like, other kids were going on holidays where they'll, overseas skiing holidays and all the rest. And I was wearing, Kmart clothes from 2 years ago. So I just didn't want, I felt it, and I didn't want that for my children. I didn't want it for me. So I was very ambitious to be able to give my kids, an amazing childhood, but also to not have to scrimp and save and be, constantly micro-checking your funds and things like that. And I also watched my mum grow up as well. Like, she met my stepdad. They built a house. They bought their first house together. They had their first baby together. My brother was born when I was in year 7. So I was privy to a lot of the things and sacrifices they did to get on the ladder themselves.
Growing up, was there anyone that was a financial motivator for you?
Good question. Isn't it funny? My motivation was more to rise above my station at the time. It sounds terrible, doesn't it? But a motivator. My first serious motivator in that space really hit me in my 30s. So right. I would have to say a lady called Rachel Barnes, who started up a business called Property Women, which I went on to acquire. She was definitely my first mentor in that space.